I'm doing this to benefit them. They're always going to get the benefit at the end of the day. Always. And I get the benefit in seeing people live their true potential. That's my benefit. That's what I live for. That's my oxygen. And I know other people that were modeling, you know, they don't have their families in there, but you understand, like the kids, they're my hero. Like they're my heroes, and they got me to this, you know, this hero, you know, we are heroes thing, because that was the thing that started it. You see, like, so my vision has so much family in it that when I put a picture of my wife or my kids or something like that and a quote on the inspiration they give me, it's like, that is more real. And I want people to see, yes, here's the cool stuff that you guys do, but here's like, oh, this person's real. Because you could go on Instagram, how many times you get a follower, and I click the follower, and it's some really like hot looking chick, but it's some dude, it's some douche guy behind there trying to get Instagram followers, right? But here, like, this is real, like, that's my son. You know, that's, the deeper you could get in your life, or the deeper you could get in your story, or the more transparent you could be, that's where the goal is at. That's what people want to see. The deeper, darkest areas, or the most transparent, is really where people connect to, and it's trust, and they know it's real. All of us, our intention is just to give as much as possible. You know, this is about just inspiring and changing people's lives to be 1% better, for them to reconnect to their hero within. And how we're gonna do that, we'll figure that out. Society tells you just conform, just conform. The opposite of being courageous is conformity. Because when you're courageous, you do things that people don't wanna do, but you do it anyway. Conformity is just sit down, don't worry about it, don't shake the cage, and everything's gonna be okay. And that's a life of despair, and that's not what we're about. So it's much more, it's not I'm doing this so I could have veins over my stomach or my abs. I'm doing this because I'll be healthier, I'll function better. It's not dependent on the look, it's dependent on the end goal, which is function, health, having pride in taking the right action for yourself. Also, I have to do this because I'm gonna go and teach my patients to do this. If I'm not doing what I teach my patients to say, I'm incongruent. And how many doctors out there, they don't take care of their health, but yet that's where people go when they ask for health questions. I don't care your degree, like your degree, all a degree means is that you passed a test and you're able to good test taker and you got a degree or you got a piece of paper. But that doesn't mean that you're an expert on that subject. The thing is, I want to see someone who lives that. So the experience, that's it, experiential. So like even if I look like I know what I'm doing, it's really in the background. Am I really living what I'm preaching? Am I eating correct? If I'm going to tell someone to do something, I have to be doing it myself. That's congruency. I think that's why I connect really well with people, because if I'm telling you to do it or I share it, you know I'm really doing it. And so I'm not just saying something, I'm really doing it. And then you could see the results, and it gives people hope, and then I'm accountable. And a lot of times when I don't want to eat a certain way, I just think of my patients, be like, they're counted on me and I'm counted on them. So we're gonna go pick up Dr. Mancini, Dr. Fab Mancini. So he was president of Parker College when I went there. It's my chiropractic school. And then he started speaking all over the place. He was Dr. Phil's chiropractor. He was on the Dr. Phil show. And he really, after Parker, you know, he started speaking all over. He was in the Woodlands. I believe he had a meeting with John Maxwell, which is really cool. And so now he's just in town for a couple hours. So we're gonna go get lunch with him. We're gonna pick him up right here, and we'll have a good lunch with him. But he's just a great person, and I'll try to get a Facebook Live with him later. And you'll see, he's just a great guy. What are you doing? Look at you.
Inspire me.
I know, well, it's good. It'll be good.
Know that. People need to know that in life, not always are you going to be on top. There's always going to be challenges that help you grow.
And then transparency is so wonderful. People appreciate it. It gives them hope. It makes them feel, this guy understands me. Because it's tough, Fab, because you're like, yes, you are successful, and you did all these great successful things, but that doesn't discount that you're a human being.
Always. Nobody. In fact, some of the most successful people, I noticed they've been successful because they've had life challenges that are above and beyond anyone else's out there, and they've surpassed them because they decided that those challenges were not going to define them. They chose to choose how to define themselves based upon the response to those challenges, and we all have that option. I mean, we have free will, you know,
Every day.
every day.
All the way around, Virginia, come on.
Oh.
Virginia, she's actually older than sliced bread, literally, right? You were born a month after sliced bread.
1928 May, and sliced bread came out in June, and I was born in May.
Turn you to the right. All right. Arizama, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you are right now a product of people and mentors that you've had along the way, right?
Yeah.
But you were always true to yourself. Meaning the reason Cristiano is so popular and so powerful is because he took the best of others, but always internalized it into who you were in the first place.
Yeah.
The problem is most people want to imitate, emulate, want to be someone else until they can't, because no one can be anyone else. Like and this was a big lesson for me, because when Parker asked me to take over Dr. Jim's position, I thought I had to be like him. I thought I had to talk like him, I had to dress like him, I had to be like him. So it hit me very quickly, this is never gonna work. I'm gonna frustrate myself because I can never be him. So what is it about him that impacted me so much that I can share with the audiences? And that's when I started doing the Parker Principles. And I let the Parker Principles be the vehicle in which they can still honor Dr. Parker, but it was the influence he had on me, but Fab is still gonna be Fab. And little by little, then people were now following Fab.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, so that's pretty much what I encourage people to do.
And welcome to 15-Minute Fuel, where just in 15 minutes a day, we're going to fuel your mind, your body, and your future. I have someone very special in my life. It's Dr. Fabian Mancini, and Dr. Mancini was the president of Parker College when I went to chiropractic school. And I want you to share the whole concept we were talking about, where some of the things that hold us back is how much we were talking about the heroes when we were kids. You know, I'm on that hero topic. Like, we were heroes when we were younger. We loved heroes, and then through life, through school, through church, all the things in life, in media, we're conditioned to be someone we're not, and then we actually forget who we really were.
Right. Your inner guide and feeling, I call it your inner GPS system, that is allowing you to tap into what you were born to be. You see, many times what happens is that we depend on other people to help us and guide us as to what we should be in life, right? Especially college kids. And I have a son in college right now, and I see him and other kids like him struggling to try to figure out what I should be. And I always tell him, what does your heart tell you, right? My dad told me that if I wanted to fulfill my destiny in life, I needed to do what I love to do. I added something else to that. Chris, it's funny, I said to my kids, you want to do what you love to do, but you also got to find somebody to pay you to do it, right? Because you cannot just do what you love to do and not have that equal exchange of value in which the more you do for others, the more others should do for you. I want you to know that really what guides us is the being, right? If you want to be successful in life, just be who you are. And don't forget to just be more instead of do more. Because many of us are thinking that we have to do more, and we end up being so busy, but not effective, not productive. And I want you to know that your being is when you allow yourself to just express yourself naturally. As we get older, you don't have to pretend that you have more money than you really have by driving a car that you can't afford, by having a house that you can't afford, by having clothes that you can't afford. Listen, those things don't really matter in the essence of life. If people can accept you for who you are at this time, then why would you want to be with them in the first place? So I tell them, in life, select people that you can truly be yourself. And any time that you find yourself pretending to be something you're not, that's perhaps not the right relationship for you to surround yourself with.
Well, that's awesome. Hopefully you got some major fuel right now. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow with 15-Minute Fuel, where we're fueling your mind, your body, and your future. All right.
See you guys soon.
God bless. Perfect.
All I I want is you.